What is up, y'all? It's Yaz and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, in this video I'll be sharing with you guys my tips to nailing your nursing interview. However, these tips aren't just for a nursing interview. You can apply this basically to any job interview that you may have. So stay tuned and I'll get right into the video. Now, before we get into this video, I want to do a special shout out thank you to Luisa for sponsoring the jewelry you see in this video. I also want to share it with you guys because, girl, y'all know I am all for a good find. This is the package that I received. It's super, like, I don't know, like very minimalistic and just chic, you know, like it just makes you feel like, ooh, you know. And each piece is packaged individually in these little envelopes, so I thought that was really cute. And I feel like it gives it like a lifted look, like it just seems so like high-end, which it is. These pieces are all made from 100% gold or sterling silver, so the quality is very high, but it also has a reasonable price. Their prices range from like $49, and then there are some higher end pieces, but majority of the stuff on the site is very reasonable. No, like, because I work with a company, that I would never just give y'all lies, because I don't want y'all wasting coins on stuff that I thoroughly don't enjoy. But I love this. Like, if you can tell, these are some of the pieces that they sent me. I'm obsessed with how in tune they are with trend. I received a birthstone necklace and it has like my birthday on it, so it says March. It has my birthstone. It also has a 3 for the month of March on the back of it, so it's just so cute. And I like personal pieces like that because I'm just very, like, I just like little small dainty pieces that like mean something to me. I also received this little piece, which is the Virgin Mary, and I am Mexican, so a lot of people pray to the Virgin, and so we have pictures of her in the house and stuff, because if you're Hispanic, you know. Love how they have those kind of pieces on their website. Also received these evil eye earrings, and these are super on trend right now. So like with the whole evil eye, that's something that's been in my culture forever. Evil eye, so if anyone has any bad thoughts or bad feelings or portraying bad energy towards you, it's supposed to block that out. And I think that is so freaking cute that they you know, translated that for, you know, everyone to have. So I wear these earrings every single day. I wear these 2 necklaces every single day because I actually, like, I genuinely love it. If you're anything like me and you love dainty pieces that you can wear every single day, especially when they have some symbolism behind them, go ahead and check Luisa out. And you know it wouldn't be me if I didn't have that good old discount code in the bio. So go ahead and click the description box so you can save 10% on your order. Definitely tag me on any of your pictures on Instagram if you do decide to buy any of their pieces. I would love to see what you guys purchased. I will leave my Instagram right here, and yeah, I'll get right into the video, guys. So speaking about jewelry, my #1 first tip for anybody going on a nursing interview or any interview at that would be your appearance. When you step foot on the premises, or when you even pull up to the premises, that is when your interview starts. So when I go to an interview, I always turn my music down. I just get myself into my professional demeanor. You know, like, you just always gotta be aware that you don't know who you're gonna park next to. You don't know, like, you don't know who's in that parking lot. You don't know who's watching you from a window. You don't know. So one of the biggest questions with nursing interviews isn't even in regards to what goes on during the interview. It's about what you wear. So I was the same way. I wasn't really sure what was like the best wear, and honestly, you want to, like I said, put your best foot forward, but also wear something that is comfortable, something that you feel confident in. So when you're going to interview, you always want to look as professional as possible. The go-to slacks and button up, or, you know, skirt and button up blazer, that's your best route. It's better to be overdressed than to be underdressed. Now, I know a lot of people are like, but Yaz, I don't like wearing that stuff. I feel uncomfortable, and I get it. I felt the same exact way when I was trying to find clothes for an interview. The woman that I was speaking to kept trying to put me in a skirt. But if you guys know me personally, I don't really wear skirts. I don't really like having my legs out. I don't know, maybe that's just like a real weird self-conscious thing of me, but I just hate skirts, especially long skirts, like business skirts that hit at a very random point in your leg. Like, I hate it. I feel uncomfortable. I feel awkward, and that's what you don't want. You want to feel comfortable, but you also want to look like, I got this. Like, this is, you know, Yaz 2.0. So with that being said, it's just because you have to dress professional doesn't mean you have to dress, you know, ugly. I can't even like put it like, or boring. Doesn't mean you have to dress boring. For example, my go-to interview outfit is some high-waisted slacks, and I use a button-up each time. And you know, I just chose the high-waisted slacks because they're form-fitted, they're a little bit more fashion-forward, they're a little bit more in trend. Also, they're very, very professional looking. They're a good length, they're a good fit, and then I pair it with a button-up. Now, with my button-up, I always go with kind of like fun colors, not nothing loud or nothing crazy. I usually go with like a light lilac or a light blue, something that says like I'm very professional, but I'm also young, I'm energetic, and I'm ready to work. Like I'm trying to show the best professional me to them, which is what you want to do. So just because, you know, you think it's professional doesn't mean you have to wear all black, all white, or, you know, black, white. Then just base in colors and find outfits that are suitable to you, that you feel comfortable in. You don't want to leave the interview and one of your like complaints like while you're waiting to hear back is, oh, I felt so uncomfortable in my blazer, I felt so uncomfortable in my dress, or anything like that. So with that being said, is find something that fits you. You don't have to go with the basic color. If you still, you know, are kind of on the fence, like, okay, yes, you know, I have an idea of what I would wear, but I'm not too sure. Definitely message me on Instagram. I'm really active on there. Well, I wouldn't say really active, but I'll be there on there enough to definitely, you know, check DMs. I love getting messages from you guys just so I can, you know, get to know you personally and put a face to who you are. So definitely just send me a picture of you if you don't feel like that's weird. You know, I don't think it's weird at all. And I'll definitely give you my opinion. Now, disclaimer, my opinion, you know, is my opinion based on what I know. So you can't be mad at me if it don't work out. Just throwing that up in the air, which I doubt it wouldn't work out, but you know what I mean. So yeah, appearance is definitely very, very important, which is also why I love these jewelry pieces, because they're so dainty. You can wear them on an interview. Like I would probably wear like this, because every time I go on an interview I wear my cross, because when you wear jewelry to an interview, you want it to always be as minimal as possible. I always wear a pair of studs, and I have 2 holes in my ear, but I always take one out just so I can have one earring on, and then I'll wear my cross on my necklace because I want to take, you know, Jesus with me into every situation, especially situations like that. So going hand in hand with what I just mentioned would be step number 2, which is confidence. Confidence is key. So, you know, if you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you perform good. So with that being said, is like, okay, you checked off your appearance, you feel good, you look good. Now you need to tell yourself, I am going to rock this interview. Your interviewer is gonna tell if you're confident or not. So before the interview, prep yourself up. Tell yourself, like, you know, I am capable, I am able, I am more than deserving of this position. If I don't get this position, it's because it wasn't meant for me. But if it is for me, I will receive these blessings. Simple as that. And I know a lot of times it's easy to tear ourselves down and kind of like put that self-doubt, like, you know, maybe someone else is overqualified, or, you know, just certain stuff like that, especially if you're in like an open interview and it's multiple people. You know, just focus on yourself. And with that being said, it's like, they're great, but you're great too. You guys are all here. You guys are all, you know, here for their certain job. But like I said, if it's for you, it's for you. You're prepared, you're ready. That confidence will get you so far. Because say if someone beside you, you know, probably knows more than you, but lacks in confidence. But mind you, if you're confident, you're going in there and you're like, I don't know this, but I'm willing to learn. And that's what your employers want to see, is that you're eager, you're confident, and that you're ready to, you know, start working for their company. So tip number 3 for an interview is very, very important. I feel like a lot of people don't do this extra step, but do your research on who you are interviewing for. Do a little research on your company, know the brief history, know their mission, know the goals of the company. Get you so far, especially if you mention it in the interview without them having to say anything. They're gonna be like, wow, this person took the time out to learn about us. You know, it's definitely a little razzle dazzle to the interview. A nursing interview, it's a lot of situational questions. They want to know how you would respond in certain circumstances. Those basic questions like, you know, what's something that was successful for you, what's something that wasn't successful for you. Tell me what you would do. Say if you were going in a patient's room and you found them on the floor, would you put them back in bed? Would you give them pain meds? Would you assess the patient? They're gonna wanna know what you would do first and how you would go through if you were put in that situation. So what I also did is I looked up on Google to see if I could find any more examples of those, just so you can feel comfortable and kind of freshen up on, you know, how to handle certain situations. And I actually linked them in the description bar as well, so you guys can go and look at those questions just to get a little familiar to what many nursing interviews ask you. Now my next tip is very important to me. I like to kind of like jot things down just so I can have a clear plan, and that is note your strengths and your weaknesses. I know every interview they ask you, you know, what's something that you can do better? What's something that you feel really confident in? And a lot of times it's hard for us people to kind of like talk about ourselves, because it's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like it's really awkward. But if you already planned it out, like you have a list of your strengths and your weaknesses, then you're able to say, okay, this is my strength, I can really perform well in these circumstances, I'm a team player, I'm this, you know, or this is my weakness, but this is how I am working on it to make it a strength, or this is, you know, you just something along those lines. So make out a list of your strengths and weaknesses, and kind of like on each strength and weaknesses that you jot down, kind of write down like a brief thing on what it is and an example of it, and how, say if it's a weakness, how you're working on, you know, getting better. Because those are probably like for sure a question that you would get, and I feel like those are a lot of the most awkward questions that make you have to like go like, I guess a weakness would be, and nothing's wrong with that, you know, but if you can, you know, disconnect that space that you kind of put like that awkward silence and just show like I've prepared for this, I think that would be so definitely. So this last tip is the one that I really struggled with, because it was just so awkward for me, and I know it's not that big of a deal, but let me just get to it. Is the question that says, after the interview's over and they're like, do you have any questions for us? And I'm just like, should I? I don't know, you know? Best tip, the most easiest that you can kind of just like do like out of nature, is reverse the question. Is you can reverse the question and simply say, is there anything from me that would make me a better asset to your company? Or, you know, is there anything in this interview that I didn't do that you would love to see from me? Or just anything along those lines of how you can better serve them. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys have any go-to tips for nursing interviews, like I always say in every, you know, tip video, is comment them down below. Your tip could probably help somebody else and the next person. So thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.